Awesome.
Good morning. Happy Sunday. Pretty Kitty on your radio for Wamalwa 1073. You know what time it is. We're getting up early in the morning, wiping the crust from our eyes. We got to go to work, got to go to school, got to go to church. It's Sunday. It's time for What's Good in Your Hood. I saw this young lady who is our guest today at a party at the August Wilson African American Cultural Center. She walked up to me. I'm going to talk about her as if she's not in the room. She walked up to me and she introduced herself to me, and we got into some small chat, and she told me that she was from Baltimore. And I perked up because if you know me, then you know 8 years of my life I spent in the 410. That's Baltimore. 410, 443, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm a 412 chick, period. But let me tell you about Miss Crystal. Wamalwa, is that right?
Wamalwa.
Wamalwa.
There we go.
I'm gonna just say Miss Crystal because
There we
child, I
go.
would murder her last name. The energy that you give on a consistent basis is breathtaking to me. I gravitated towards you when I first met you, and I was like, first question I think I asked was, "Why are you in Pittsburgh?" Because if you know the vibe in Baltimore, as we say Baltimore,
Baltimore.
then it's you recognize that it's totally different. But the energy that you bring is necessary for the city of Pittsburgh.
Thank you.
Crystal is the founder and CEO of AudaCITY Tours, LLC. AudaCITY Tours is not a touring agency. It's not, we don't need to be taking trips to Italy and a family reunion in South Carolina. No, this is something different. Now, there is a family reunion tour, but for AudaCITY Tours, it's a little something different. Crystal, thank you so much for getting up this early, telling us what's good in your hood. Tell us about AudaCITY Tours, and I'm gonna sit back and let you be great. Go ahead.
Listen, AudaCITY Tours really started off in 2018 in my hometown in Baltimore. It was something different at the time, but AudaCITY Tours now is a full-blown business that we really got to sit down and build out the vision, the mission, and how we can really impact various communities. So the elevator pitch. AudaCITY Tours is a multi-city platform. We are dedicated to showcasing and highlighting Black art of all mediums in multiple cities. There are so many artists, so many amazing people in so many different cities, and they just want that opportunity to tap into the different markets in other cities. You have people in Richmond that's been trying to get to Pittsburgh, people in Pittsburgh trying to get to New Orleans, and it's just so many different avenues, but people just like, who can I trust to take me there? And that's where AudaCITY Tour steps in. And so I'm really excited to create this platform that allows me to continue to do what I love, which is artist collaboration, traveling, and really just supporting everybody Black. Because what Issa Rae say, I'm voting for everybody Black. And AudaCITY is truly a FUBU. It's for us, by us. Everything, our entire team looks like us. Every single person that we've collaborated with looks like us. And it's very important that we continue to have that mission and that vision, because creating a space where all various art types can exist together. We did a concept tour, which was a short 3-city. We went to Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Richmond, and we did pop-ups just to show that this concept was something that people wanted in their city. And so in each city, we did artists and networking and business owners, and each city, it was a success. People were like, when is the big one? Like, when is the tour happening? And so we are so excited to say that this summer we'll be going on tour, and we'll be kicking off in Pittsburgh, the first city, June 22nd of 2024, and we'll be at Privé Studios. And then the second one will be in my hometown, Baltimore, in July. And then we'll be in August. In August, we'll be in Charlotte, and we'll be in Richmond, Virginia. And I'm fingers crossed we can solidify this New Orleans stop. So it's been a pretty exciting year after quitting my job. So yeah.
To say the least, yeah.
Yeah.
What was it, Crystal, that you saw? There's always this pivotal moment where you're like, okay, I've noticed that there's a void somewhere. When was that? Where were you? And what was the epiphany for you? What happened?
So I was in Baltimore. Once I moved out of my parents' house, I was able to go to different shows, go to different events, and no shade, no harm, no foul. But there were events where your traditional open mics, you see a singer, rapper, poet, You know, you have the art expos where it's just visual artists. You have the film where it's just film, and maybe they have a couple business vendors. I would tend to go to a lot of events, and there would be like 30 vendors, and it would be so oversaturated. You would look up, you have 2 skincare vendors, 2 girls that's doing waist beads, 4 people doing snacks and everything. And so I just didn't really see a clear space for all of this art to exist in one space, but also where it didn't feel competitive. And so with AudaCITY Tours, we're being very intentional about working with different artist types all in one space. So, like to give an example, so for the Baltimore show, we have a marching band that will be outside welcoming people as they come in.
From what school?
But well, we ain't finna get to school yet. It's
Okay.
It's not Morgan State.
Ooh,
it's
girl.
not Morgan State. Listen,
Ooh.
I knew the girls.
They don't care about schools down there now. Oh, child.
Listen, I'm trying to see who we got a couple people we waiting to hear back, but we got a marching band that's gonna be outside. Okay. Baltimore love them some marching bands.
Yes,
okay?
That's why I asked. That's why I asked.
I remember walking downtown, and we were just going downtown at the inner hall, but just for no reason. And girl, all that
Yep. It was either Coppin, Morgan. It was
everybody. And we got community marching bands, so it's a really big thing. And so we got a marching band that's gonna be outside. We have a short film we're gonna showcase. I mean, for Pittsburgh, we have the Double Dutch team that's going to be performing. For Richmond, we have a roller skater that's going to be roller skating as the guests are coming in. We have someone that's going to do table carving. It's just a wide variety showing people that art is so diverse.
Yeah.
Because typically when people hear art, they're like, oh, singers, dancers, you know, painting. But when I met this one person, they told me they do table carving. I was like, you don't ever think of a Black girl table carving. And then you don't view that as art because it's just not something you're used to. And so using this platform to showcase all of the varieties of art and putting it in a space together where it's an experience. My experience curator says we're putting together an experience for our guests. So when you come in, you're able to see the painting, the singers. I hope we get somebody that's a ventriloquist, you know, because for me, I really just wanted to see a space where all this art can exist. And I've been doing this since 2018. I hosted my own 2 shows that had a variety of art. And then I was gearing up for the 3rd one. COVID happened. I moved out to Pittsburgh. And then that's all she wrote. So just trying to rebuild that vision and that mission that I had at that time and giving it a clear cut vision with an amazing team has honestly been the best fulfillment that I could ask for this year.
Oh my goodness. That to me is amazing because you don't think that the things that you don't see would give you the inspiration to create a platform for all the things that you wouldn't normally see. Like, thinking that why the name AudaCITY? You could break it down because city is in all caps, but why AudaCITY?
So AudaCITY, the name of it came fully from my husband. I give him full credit for that. Okay. So after quitting my job, I walked away effective immediately. Probably the worst job experience I've ever had. I stayed at that job for 30 days and I walked away effective immediately.
Wow.
And I left. I went to Baltimore for 4 days. I came back, turned my stuff in. And I never forget, my husband and I was sitting in front of our house in the car because we just came from Starbucks because, you know, their Trenta waters are top notch. And so we were sitting in the cars drinking our Trenta waters. And I was like, babe, you know, I want to have a show. I want to get back into doing things. And he's like, you have the time. Let's get back into it. And he was like, why don't you call it AudaCITY? And literally just like, call it AudaCITY, but you uppercase the city because you're going to go to different cities and help people get the audacity. And I was like, you want something, sir? You want something? Come on, you know, I tell people that man. Come on. I tell people that man is the reason I'm able to do this stuff today. I give him the credit where he is due.
Awesome.
So when we came up with the name, and obviously AudaCITY already exists in the sound platform and there are different variations of it. So that's what we added AudaCITY Tours, LLC, to help differentiate us so we don't get no copyright infringement like that.
Yeah.
But our like going by name is AudaCITY. And it's really, every time I say AudaCITY, it reminds me that I need to have the audacity to do what I'm doing because it's a very audacious move to walk away from your job. I was getting paid $60,000 a year. That was my first big girl job. And I walked away from that job. And so to have the cojones to walk away and then turn around and start your own business with one income just after you had a baby, Like that in
The
itself,
audacity.
the audacity, literally.
I
So
love that.
it fits. It all fits.
Yeah, I love that. So, okay, so now you're going to have the tour.
Hmm.
Are you already planning for what happens after the tour?
Yeah.
Because it's like,
So
you got to take it up now,
I got to pick it up. Yep. So
Mhm.
we are already excited because what we're doing with the tour this year is each city we're going to be working with 40 artists. And so we're going to have 10 artists in each city that we're going to be highlighting.
A lot of
Um,
people.
but the thing is, we are building the pool of our artist community because we're going to choose 10 people from the people that we work with this year and
Mm.
take them on tour next year.
Oh,
And so the
wow.
goal is to take them on tour because this year we're just tapping into the networks, getting to know the community, seeing what art is like for Pittsburgh, seeing what art is like for Richmond and all these different beautiful Black cities.
Mhm.
And the goal is we want to take them on tour.
Okay.
And I think that's going to be more impactful than what we ever imagined because telling someone who is a local indie artist, someone who is just typically painting at their events and they typically just go to the community colleges and set up as a vendor every time they got a couple dollars to say, hey, we want to take you on tour because we see the value of what you have to contribute to the arts community.
Mhm.
That's a game changer
Okay.
because people don't get access to that unless they got 200,000 plus almost a million people on Instagram and unless they've gone viral and they have a brand and it's just so many different things. And so next year we will be taking them on tour and it's very exciting because we already have 2 cities that want to be added to the cities that we already have this year. So we already have
Nice.
New York that want to be added next year. So
Wow.
it's just everything is just falling into place.
That
Like,
is awesome. And
yeah.
you know what? It's a lot of work, it's a lot of sacrifice, and
Mhm.
it's a lot of money. So let's cue the
Yes.
community and tell the community what they could do, especially if they are in support of platforms
Absolutely.
like this. How can the community help you so that you can help our artists in and around the country?
Yeah, absolutely. So Audacity is always open to any kind of support. We consider all support from our community. It's all love sponsorships. And
Mhm.
so you can go to our website, www.audacitytours.com, and you can click on donate, and that'll take you directly to our donate link. And there's also, if you click on the tour, you'll see sponsorship opportunities as well. We have a sponsorship packet that's available for anybody that would like to contribute. We have starting at $5,000 all the way down to $75 for small business owners that are just looking for an opportunity to support the initiative and to get their brand out there. So we have a lot of opportunities to support. It's all about which one best fits you, and we are here to accept it and just be thankful.
What about volunteers or helpers? Because you're talking about 40 artists from each city. That's a lot of people. So do you
Yeah.
have the manpower? Do you need volunteers? Do you need interns? I mean, is this a call to action? Like, what do you need?
Absolutely. So on our website, if you go to www.audacitytours.com and click on tour, you'll see this page called Take the Stage. And Take the Stage, we're looking for volunteers for all cities because this is such a heavy lift for our
Mm-hmm.
first year. We
Mm-hmm.
need people that can help us man the door, help us man audience control. We're going to be selling merch. We're going to have vendors and just, it's going to be so many moving pieces. And granted, my team is phenomenal. But
Mm-hmm.
if we can assign at least 4 people per person on our team to help navigate this, that would be phenomenal. And so
Okay.
with that, people can definitely sign up to do that way. But the biggest form of support right now is just buy your tickets because
Okay.
those that ticket money goes directly into our artists. We have allotted $10,000 to pay all of our artists for each city. That
Mm-hmm.
is our main goal. The biggest thing that artists complain about and are frustrated about is not being paid. And so we have a lot, and that's the bulk of our budget.
Mm-hmm.
$10,000 is the bulk of our budget. We've allotted 2,500 per city to pay artists, and we told the artists, we want to be able to pay you your full price, but we want to make this our mission to pay you. And so if you can work with us this year, next year you just can go higher. You can tell
Yeah.
artists, hey, this is what I am, and we can pay you for that. And so our mission is to make sure our artists are getting taken care of. So the biggest call to action, buy your tickets. We have tickets available for Pittsburgh and Baltimore, and tickets will be available by May for Richmond and Charlotte. And then I'm gonna just say, if we make New Orleans happen, if y'all want to come on down to New Orleans for this show, I think it'll be worth your trip if you make it down to New Orleans to see Audacity because
Uh,
it'll be very exciting.
that would definitely be exciting and something that we should do. You should definitely, especially if you support the arts in any
Yeah.
fashion, we should definitely do that. That's audacitytours.com. AudaCity,
Yes.
tours.com. So Crystal, thank you so much for telling us what's good in your hood. Congratulations. Welcome to
Thank you.
Pittsburgh. Girlfriend, you didn't even start small. You was like, you know what? You gonna get all this energy.
I can't. I don't know how else to do it. It's go big or go home. So I'm just going big all the way.
You did that. Yes, you did. Yes, ma'am, you did that. So thank you so much. AudaCITYTours.com is the website. Go on and surf the website, donate, volunteer, support whatever you can. Let's make Crystal very happy that she decided to share her talents with Pittsburgh, with the city of Pittsburgh. So
Yes.
definitely proud of you. I got one person that I can share some Baltimore stories with.
Come on.
Thank you so much for telling us what's good in your hood, Crystal.
Thank you.